five-time champion SuperSport United have endured a torrid run in the Nedbank Cup since last lifting the trophy in 2017, and today, as they begin their post-Mokoena era, they'll be looking to put that right as they pay a visit to Maritzburg United in the last 32. A hearty hello from Harry Gwala Stadium as Maritzburg and SuperSport take their first steps in the 50th edition of the National Cup. This is one of 5 all-premiership tussles in the last 32. One played already, a tight-old affair between Orlando Pirates and Amazulu, edged by the Buccaneers at the weekend. This match may turn out to be just as close, but traditionally this has been absolutely dominated by SuperSport United. Even on their travels, Maritzburg have won just one of 18 meetings on their own patch, and the overall head-to-head is hardly more positive. With that being said, though, Maritzburg have made it past the round, made it past this round rather, in the last 2 years. SuperSport have been ousted in the round of 30 to the past 4 seasons, a dramatic decline after having won it twice in succession. Right, yes, quite some time ago now, but looking back at Maritzburg's last competitive match, defeat to Chiefs just before Christmas, and there are 5 changes to report, 4 of them debuts, the only one that isn't a return to the 11, Belford Ndingani. Lucky Baloy makes his debut today, as does Nicholas Lukabeni, both new to the Natal Midlands, but well acquainted with this division. Not the case for Maritzburg's new look strike force. Tawanda Macheke arrives from Zimbabwe and Friday Samuel from Zambia. 3 changes for SuperSport United from their previous match, a home victory against Cape Town City in late December. Tamika Buza was injured in that one and is not yet fit to play. Tabo Mokoena has made the switch to the city rivals Sundowns. Jesse Don is back to fill that void today and for the foreseeable future. Keegan Johannes picked up an injury during the break. Tatayone de Tlokwe plays at the back today. Let's introduce you to our officiating panel with Michael Mosimeng, aided by Bongani Matete and Cledwin Baloy. I'm joined in commentary today by Lucky and Flat. He's taking a very close look at the lineups.
Good evening, Grant. We look at a Maritzburg who's going for a 4-4-2 formation, but look out for the 2 central midfielders, Graham and Baloy, who are going to be key in conducting this game today. Opting coach Tempo to go for a 3-4-3 formation, but up front, Lunga, Reyners, Waiswa, those are the 3 that will be dangerous to try keep Engelhardt in Maritzburg's goals busy today's game. Yes, a thin lineup, but very deadly.
So how will the newcomers fare? And how will this patched up SuperSport United team deal with them? We're about to find out. 90 minutes or potentially more to determine who will progress to the last 16 of the Nedbank Cup for 21-22. Ronald Williams' ball outfield is collected by Jamie Webber. Over to the veteran Onesmo Basera. Dalen Claassen has brought down Basera after losing out in that little tussle with Jesse Don.
One thing he does very well, Claassen, is that he can break the momentum of the game. You will see he lost that ball, but he knows that Basera might be dangerous in pinging those crosses into the box. He just does a professional foul.
So be whipped in by Webber. Oh, and it might fall kindly for... Oh, almost did. I think the looping ball that just zipped up was a little difficult for the centre-half to try and latch onto in that particular instance. Keegan Ritchie in towards goal, and a foul on Ronald Williams brings an abrupt halt to play.
Quality ball played in the 6-yard. Williams going 2 hands for it, but it was bundled out of the ball. He's very, very brave, Williams. I love it because, you know, he went out. I remember in the Under-23 World Cup.
Now mark 4 here for Reyners. A whisker away. I wonder how they haven't spotted the fact that he's wearing jewelry. A little bit of an oversight from the referee.
for me, I can hear what you say, but the communication between Daniels and Ndengane very poor, because Reynolds came from the back, went up for the header, and he tried to find that back post, and Engelhardt was beaten on that one.
It's a nice header into the path of Ikram Reyners now. Reyners denied by the hand of Marcel Engelhardt. Goalkeeper going to ground, but he threw out a glove and dealt with it. He's conceded a corner here though, but he has thwarted Reyners and denied SuperSport the opportunity to go ahead.
Brilliant ball played by Williams from the back. Route one. Look at Reyners. I think he would have had a touch because he's just in front of Ryan, and Ray wasn't going to do much. But Engelhardt keeping his eyes on the ball. Left hand.
More for them to contend with here though. Clayton Daniels, the former SuperSport United man, eventually gets it clear of danger. I must say, it's not often that you see a headed assist, and had Reyners been able to tuck that away, Gampani Lungu would have been credited with providing that goal.
And you saw the cushion touch on the ball with that header. He knew exactly where he wants to put it for Ryan.
Now Reyners has it again. Ball across goal! Now this time he was looking to provide Lungu. They go again. Marcel Engelhardt flies across to deny the Zambian. He's been busy.
Told you he's going to be busy. When we looked at the formation put out by SuperSport, as we look at the perfect cross just between the goalkeeper and the back four, and as a defender, you can't dive to that because it can be an own goal, but missed tackle from Lunga at the far post.
And it does mean that Kampani Lungu is the biggest goal threat as Dalen Klaassen comes forward. Still Klaassen! Good save by Ronwin Williams. That was heading straight for the corner.
Once again, ball broken down. Concentration lapse from Donna, and look at Klaassen, fakes to go to his left, pulls a powerful shot, but Williams leaving his goal line ground just to close that gap to the goals, and he makes a brilliant save with his right hand. He's been amazing because he hasn't been taking much part. This is like the first attack from Maritzburg that Williams has done so excellently.
Luke Fleurs is calm at the back.
With Don on the ball, being so disciplined with that middle park defensively, it gives Weber the freedom just to move behind the front three. It's like a number 10 position. That's why when they come, he can relax and ask for the ball and start the attack from deep.
Oiswa. Kane is lifted in behind. Can they do better this time around? Ndengane scrambles it behind.
More like throws his ball in front of the player before he could connect with the ball. He knew that he was beating for takeoff. Ball wide again, which has been the interesting right side of SuperSport. Look at Ndengane. He made sure that he gets his left foot, but with also going with the ball to block Rasi Bocha. That's what we call a defender who's aware of his surroundings.
Fleurs to Clockwork. Also along to Passera. King Richie had to cover some distance, but winning that header up against Phillips. It's been Gaetano Tembo's sides that have had more of the ball, more promising opportunities. Yet to find the back of the net though. That's it for the first half in this Nedbank Cup last 32 match between Maritzburg United and SuperSport United. and the hosts have had to soak up a lot of pressure. They've been let off the hook a few times by slightly sloppy play from SuperSport United further upfield. They've had opportunities of their own, and Dalen Klaassen mustered a shot that really tested Ronwen Williams, probably the trickiest save that either goalkeeper have had to make so far. Maya Davids in a quick conference with Ernst Middendorp before they shuffle down the tunnel. There'll be tactics thrown around in both changing rooms as they look to get the better of one another here in a game that is poised on a knife edge. Absolutely nothing to separate these two sides in terms of goals heading into the break, and we'll wait to see how things unfold in the second period under floodlights here at the Harry Gwala Stadium. But for now, all we can report after 45 minutes, Maritzburg United 0, SuperSport United 0. Welcome back to the Harry Gwala Stadium, where Maritzburg United and SuperSport United are deadlocked at 0-0 in this Nedbank Cup last 32 encounter. Both goalkeepers have been called upon. Both have answered with aplomb. A look at how Maritzburg United intend to shuffle the pack with a three-man change. So a big statement of intent here as Brandon Theron comes on for Nicholas Lukubeni. Also notice Riaz Ismail out there, as well as Sukuna. We'll confirm who indeed they come on for. Ismail replacing Ryan Ray. And then I'll wait for the confirmation to see who the Frenchman has come on for here. And Lucky Beloy, as Lucky Mhlati predicted, has been withdrawn. Amadou Sukuna is on. Beloy, if you missed the first half, sitting on a yellow card and having to tread rather cautiously, was probably lucky not to have been booked earlier in the half as we get back up and running here at the Harry Gwala Stadium. No changes though for SuperSport United, content with the 11 that started the game, at least for the next little while. Oh, absolutely skinned him there. Macheke cutting it back. And there's the shots again, wide of the mark. Theron, in the space of 2 minutes, has already mustered 2 shots.
The substitute doing so well. Just breaking down that line, gets his head up, and then he plays the penalty spot. One thing about the two strikers, especially Sukuna, he should delay his run into the box. He was the one that's going to catch that ball. But the work done by Theron, magic, coming from the right-hand side and trying to bury that ball.
Threaded through nicely. Weber caressing that into space for Ikram Reyners.
Once again, first time with your left foot into the box for Ikram Reyners after making such a brilliant run to get into the ball. He should have just played it first time and see what happens, because now the angle was closed.
Reyners limps away from the scene. Clayton Daniels still hasn't gotten up.
Clayton Daniels just collide of knee on the right side of the knee from Reyners and the left hand side of the knee for Clayton Daniels, who was covering that angle to close space.
That's been flicked nicely into the path of Keegan Ritchie, lays it across. Well, Samu was tearing into the box, couldn't get there in time. This is Sukuna, has the attentions of Jesse Don. Turned in field to Aiswa. He's closed down really quickly. Now Basera. Robust challenge from Sukuna.
Grant, you can see the two teams, they get joy when they go wide to bring those crosses in. Basera has just been handled by Sukuna. One thing I love about Sukuna is coming in on, as we look at this Richie cross, look at the perfect ball just between the goalkeeper and the defense. But Williams, with his experience, he knew if he can come out and try to connect to that ball, he'll collide with his players, he'll let it run through. Not knowing if the run is coming, but the run was a bit late. He should have burst to the right hand side like the earlier chance we saw.
Balled out by Engelhardt. Comes steaming forward here at Maritzburg United. Their best opportunities might be on the counter, and that's cut back. Rasi Bocha stepped in for SuperSport United. Richie's throw headed away by Jesse Dine. Back to Keegan Ritchie, who has time to pick up his head. Doesn't launch in the cross, with Rasi Bocha all over him. Out to Phillips. Rasi Bocha up ahead. Too strong on pass.
But we did say the decisions, just split decisions that are made by the SuperSport players are actually wrong, because you can tell he's saying, Rasi Bocha, that play me feet and then I can play it back to you, or I can turn and maybe take the player on and put a quality cross in. So at this stage, the first game, second game, third game, you need to keep things very simple, especially when you're trying to play those 1-2s and the attacking balls run.
Body language on the bench implies that instructions are perhaps not being followed.
Yep.
But they should. Referee rules in favour of the home side here. Little Sukuna again involved. Hoping they can profit from his set piece here, Maritzburg United, a side who haven't scored in quite some time. In it goes, headed away by De Klokwe. Clayton Daniels is the man who's reeled it back in. McFleurs helps it along only as far as Sukuna. Up against Jesse Don, he's evaded him and launched a shot. Missed it, the Frenchman. Ritchie. SuperSport United deal with his ball in. Another cross from deep. Clayton Daniels is looking to turn. Perhaps doesn't have the dexterity of an attacking player. That's nicely touched down by the head of Klaassen. The cross that he swung in, a little too heavy for any of his teammates. Freddy Samu looks like he's struggling. Sukuna. Tame pass. Intercepted by Basera. These three Reyners. Ikram Reyners. With a woeful effort. Minutes of the 90 to go. Oh, the referee's quickly upon the scene here. What will he rule? Well, the referee's been given an opportunity to mull over this decision on debut today, being told to calm down.
Look at that, missed the ball, connected with the inside foot of Phillips. That for me, it was a caution, Grant. And look at Phillips, that one was a statement header to go through Richie. I think first half, Richie had one similar header that he went through Phillips, and he just laughed about it. That's why when we looked at him, the camera, he had a little smile, naughty smile, to say, "Oh, you're giving it back, I'm coming back."
I do hope for Phillips' sake at least that they leave the feud behind. He does have a propensity sometimes to really get stuck in and find himself in trouble getting sent off. Now it's been worked nicely to Samu, and still Samu! Williams saves with his legs. It drops for Klaassen. He works it out wide via the head. Theron turns over the responsibility to Graham. Tries to slide it through. Now Klaassen again. Jesse Don is there.
I just can't get over the class of Williams in goals for SuperSport. He hasn't been doing anything in this game. He's just been going out and become a sweeper keeper. The ball played in the middle of the park. Samu shot blocked, but he has the nerve to get up and go for it once again. But look at Williams. Samu with his weaker foot, the left, eyes on the ball from Williams and using his right leg. Imagine if he tried to dive for that ball, it was going to go past.
Let's go over these numbers for you. Like 35 previous meetings between the two in League and Cup. And SuperSport United get forward on the flank. And it's the side from Pretoria who've won 21 times. Maritzburg just 3. One Nedbank Cup meeting back in 2013. That was won by SuperSport United, although Maritzburg had Rhys Evans sent off midway through that one, so it was always going to be a tricky proposition. Overall cup record, 3 wins for SuperSport United. Just one drawn game in a 2-legged tie in the MTN 8 back in 2017. Okay, they conjure here. Check is involved again. Brennan Theron can't squeeze it through. Now on the counter, SuperSport United with Ikram Reyners. Teammates trying to catch up so that they can assist him. Reyners goes along! Oh, wow! Well, he's toiled and toiled. Ikram Reyners. He's hit a few that he'd rather forget this evening. But he has made amends with an absolute peach. It's only his second goal of the season. None have come in the league, both in cup matches, his first in the MTN 8, and now he potentially has the winner in this Nedbank Cup tie. Look at how swiftly they broke.
The combination between Mahashi and Reyners, I loved what you said. He has toiled, tried and tried. And one thing that the defense did very wrong, they were supposed to force him to go to his weaker side, which is the left-hand side, but he went inside and they let him. I've seen him do this when he was still at Stellies in the Glad African Championship. He gets his head up, he knows exactly where the goals are, and he just says, "Thank you very much." Furthest post, you can see Engelhardt very upset. He didn't want to concede such a goal. Poor defending from the two trusted men in the middle of the park, Daniels and Ndengane. But that man, the super sub, he knew exactly where he'll find Reyners. The pace from Reyners, amazing.
Now looking for an instant retort. Sakuna with the header over.
Cross from the right-hand side. Sakuna, he should have just tried to cushion the ball to hit the ground, not just put his head. You can see that the header had no power behind it at all. But the one advantage that Maritzburg has done so well is get those crosses inside the box.
Ikram Reyners to put this tie to bed. Denied by Engelhardt, right on the edge of the area. Couldn't get the ball to just loft over him. I must say Maritzburg over the past two seasons quite poor at turning around a deficit. Last term 13 times they went behind, they lost 11 of those, won just one against Chipper United, drew another. Well challenged by Fleurs. Here's the man who might have won it, Ikram Reyners. There's the whistle. It came late, but the goal did come. Scored by Ikram Reyners, just his second of the season. Ernst Middendorp thought that perhaps they could have some joy in the cup. Their winless run extends to 11 in all competitions. They'll turn their focus to the league now, where they meet SuperSport United next week. Hints from the Maritzburg newbies that they'll come good over the remainder of the campaign, but they lose out here in the last 32 of the Nedbank Cup. It is SuperSport United advancing, courtesy of a 1-0 win.